Good morning, Dr. Deena.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If you first of all can tell us, what does School of Continuing Education mean?
Yes, indeed. Now, I take great pride that AUC, I mean, that's the abbreviation for the American University in Cairo. AUC is very, very special. First of all, AUC is almost 100 years old. And continuing education has been one of the most important activities at AUC. It is 90 years old. In 2007, we became a school, Kulleya in Arabic. Now, we are 6 schools, so there were 5 schools. Now, the School of Continuing Education in 2007 became the 6th school. Why a school? Because continuing education is very important to the mission and vision of the university, which means that in lifelong learning, if you graduate from engineering or from journalism or from any discipline with your bachelor degree, does that mean you remain for the rest of your life with that bachelor degree without going back to study? Impossible. Otherwise, you become a dinosaur. And this is the modern trend all over the world, that you must, this lifelong learning, you must continuously learn in order to be up to date, latest in your own field. This is what a School of Continuing Education does. As you have a bachelor degree or you have a master's degree, you can't go back to your own school. It doesn't make sense. So you come back to another school, which is called the School of Continuing Education, to get the latest courses, professional certificates, and so on. That's what we do. What we mainly offer?
What kind of courses?
What kind of? In Egypt, we are driven by the Egyptian market. That is, the School of Continuing Education at AUC is not like the School of Continuing Education in Columbia University in the States or in other universities in the States. We are driven by the market demand here. The market now is thirsty and needs English. In spite of the fact that all our students in the Egyptian education system, they study English from grade 1 to grade 12. However, the quality of the English language education does not meet either the local market or the international market standards by any means. So the young people who are very smart, they either take English while they're at university, or when they finish, they come to the School of Continuing Education to take English first, and then they continue their studies in marketing, sales, all the different fields, professional fields where you need to always keep up to date and have the latest skills, knowledge and skills. So that's the idea of continuing
So
education.
mainly
Now it's mainly English because
of the demand.
Not that we want to only give English, but it's the majority. The number of students, you'd be surprised. AUC as a university is a small university or a medium-sized university. We have 5,500 students. The school has 20,000. So AUC has a large footprint in Egyptian society because of the thousands of students that come through the School of Continuing Education. So you have the bachelor and master degrees in a smaller number, and then lots of Egyptians come and continue their education in the School of Continuing Education.
Doctor,
yes.
Go ahead.
No,
okay, what other motives encouraged the AUC to establish this school other than lifelong learning?
Nice question. Lifelong learning means that we are, as a university, contributing to the knowledge
of the
society. So this, I mean, we believe very positive impact, and that's the role, frankly, of any university. I mean, I'm not trying to say that AUC is the only university that offers continuing education. We have private universities, and the national public universities offer continuing education. But what is different is that we are a school, therefore it is a different setup. It is organized different. That's my point. And the impact on society, given our size, is considerable. Given when you have every year 20,000 students, you can imagine how many students can say, rightly so, that they have studied at the American University in Cairo.
Doctor, can you shed more light on the initiative?
Yes.
The initiative itself.
This is a very important initiative because we are always confined to Cairo. We have students coming from the nearby governorates. They come twice a week to study 3 times a week, depending on their schedule, from the nearby governorates, from Al Ubayya, from maybe as far as Tanta, they take the train. But there are limits to, we can't go further. We can't go down south.
Upper Egypt,
and Upper Egypt is a very, it is an important part of Egypt, and where the youth are really, they demand,
need of,
and they need whether English or the continuing education. So what happened was the person who, I won't say his name, Hashim, or he's established Dandarah Cultural Center to support education initiatives in Upper Egypt. And one of his dreams is
in general.
Yes, in general. So it's already existing.
It's already
so
existing.
they've been working for years developing the youth of Upper Egypt. So he came to us and he said that my dream is to first start with English, then the youth would become more employable, and then we start giving them the career
IT
skills. Yeah, because you need that. They need English to study these things in English.
Yes.
You need a minimum level. So that's what we're doing. So we created a partnership.
Yes.
AUC is very excited and proud of this partnership because we don't go into partnerships easily. This is a strategy that we have to be very careful, and we are extremely and highly sensitive. And this is the first partnership that we are venturing in with an NGO in Egypt. We are looking forward to the success and to achieve the dream that we will have an impact on the English language proficiency of the youth, specifically not in all of Upper Egypt. We are starting in Luqsor and in Qena. So inshallah it will be something of an impact, and I hope that we can maybe in a few months come back and show you some results on the, not just a partnership and not just talking about it. It's real action. I'm looking forward to that.
I read that you are using a new methods of teachings.
Yes.
Can you tell us about these methods?
Yes, we're using it here. And right now, because it's brand new, we will not start, because it's difficult to start in a very traditional context, something brand new. We will try it in Cairo, and then we will apply it next year, inshallah, in Luqsor and Qena. What is the concept? No books. This, you won't believe, even in Cairo, we have some students who were so upset that we refunded them, we gave them back their money, because they could not imagine studying without a book.
Yes.
The system has destroyed our youth in that they think and they believe wrongly that knowledge and skills is in a book. It is really very, very sad. And we were very disappointed as educators to even hear and see this terrible reaction. We understood, but it is very sad, because as you know, education is never about a book. And it can't be.
Doctor,
so
sorry to jump in here,
please jump in.
But reading books is something essential. I mean, we cannot underestimate the importance of reading a book, either if it's online, a soft copy or a hard copy, but I mean, like shedding light on the reading and injecting the culture of reading in the Egyptian society is a plus.
Right, you've said it. It's no longer books, it's online materials. Online materials are quite a different story. As you well know, an online activity would be highly interactive. There is visual and there is auditory to the learner, especially in language, because language is not content. Language is a skill purely. We have listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These are skills.
Yes.
There is nothing to learn. So the idea of grammar and that we teach grammar and vocabulary doesn't exist. So that's another shock to a very traditional context.
This is the traditional way of teaching English here for hundreds of years.
Yes. So we are moving away completely from this.
Yes, it's vocabulary and grammar.
No
and then
vocabulary,
try to talk.
no grammar. And it is only about listening, speaking, reading and writing in the classroom. So another problem is that we expect the students to be responsible, autonomous, to be independent.
Yes.
That is, there are online activities. That is, we don't want to waste time in class reading. They should do it online. We don't want them to waste time listening in class.
Use the blackboard.
They should do it online. Class, ready to do what?
Talk. maybe.
Bravo.
Interact.
Yes. Group work. It's what we call experiential learning. They work together. There's no solo. Language is all about communication.
Yes.
You can't talk to yourself.
Yes.
And you can't write just to yourself. You have to write to an audience. So every single class consists of a series of tasks. Task 1, write a CV. Task 2, there is this ad that we need, this is product, and we need to design an advertisement. Write it, design it, use art, because language and art go together, and so on. This is the new approach that we are actually implementing here.
And also,
It's not easy.
Very difficult. A new strategy would be telling the students what does plagiarism mean.
Indeed, at the higher level.
Yes.
Indeed.
And how to paraphrase and not
Exactly.
use quotes by other people and
Exactly.
give it a...
Major problem in writing. Major, yes, indeed.
Yes.
You're so right. That will be in our higher level classes when we're teaching academic writing.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's part of
MLA style
and APA and exactly,
Yes.
indeed. You remember.
So, Doctor, how do you choose your students?
We don't choose them. This is, again, the concept of continuing education. Anybody is free to come as long as he or she is over 15 years old.
Over 15?
Yes. And that's it.
Up to?
80. We have one maybe, or 70 something.
And even in Upper Egypt, you do the same?
Yes.
You don't have an age limit?
No. 15 is the minimum, because below that is teaching to children or young learners is a different methodology. So 15 and above is what we call adult, and so our methodology would apply to anyone 15 and above. They don't have to have a certificate. They can...
Do they have a certificate after this?
We always give certificates after a certain number of hours.
Yes.
So it's not every single course, but it is a minimum is 60 hours. A minimum of 60 hours, we give a certificate. And we have different levels of certificates until a diploma that is around 210 hours. So it's a matter of length.
Is it diploma in English language or in translation?
We don't give, there is no diploma in English. You can't get a...
Yes. Okay.
English is a means to, for example, a diploma in translation.
Yes.
That's what we can do, yes.
Doctor, to what extent do you see the students responsive to the top-of-the-line learning methods that you offer at your university?
Very responsive. The majority are fascinated. A few students are struggling because
they can't get acquainted.
The new method. They come from the traditional way of learning, memorizing,
they can't get acquainted.
And not able to do group work. They're not comfortable, and so. But I think if they stick with us, if they continue, they will see the results and be forever changed. And again, I'm very positive, and they will be positive. Yes, our teachers are amazing too, because we've done a lot of professional development with our teachers.
So, do you have any future plans to serve Egyptian students?
The future plans would be this strategy of expansion.
Yes.
As I said, we have New Cairo, beautiful campus in New Cairo, and our lovely historic campus in Tahrir, and students coming. And we have a very good, we have very high quality programs. We would love to go outside Cairo and offer them to Egyptian youth.
Like Upper Egypt.
Like Upper Egypt, and even up to the, the areas like Marsa Matruh, where it is difficult for them to travel to come and study here. That's the dream, and that's what we would like to do, offer what we do so well beyond Cairo. That's the dream so far. And of course, one of the things that I want you to know that every year we produce new programs all the time. For example, in light of the...
What are the challenges facing you?
The challenges is also always looking for scholarships, because many students can't afford. I mean, even though our English course is £735. People think that we charge the fees of AUC academic.
Tuition fee for the full time.
No, one course is £735 English, and the business or the salesman and the other more career oriented is £850 per course. And so our challenge
it's a 6-week course.
It's a 6-week, 30 hours. Yeah, and the why we offer it in 6 weeks, because they always want to finish fast. We used to offer it in 12 weeks. No, that's too slow.
So it's a concentrate.
We doubled the speed. So the challenge, to go back to your question, is always trying to make ends meet. That is, keep our prices affordable and seeking scholarships. I would love
and giving the best quality.
Exactly. I would love for whoever people who are interested in supporting young people getting a career certificate would pay and fund underprivileged Egyptians. This is my another dream and challenge for us to meet the demand.
Dr. Deena Boraie, Dean of the School of Continuing Education, American University in Cairo. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for your insight, and have a very good morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And dear viewers, by this we come to the end of this episode of the Breakfast Show on Nile TV International. Just a quick recap of what we discussed. We talked about the upcoming parliamentary elections and the Egyptians abroad voting, and also the initiative sponsored by the American University in Cairo with a partnership with an NGO creating a cultural center. This was our main topics for today. You were in the company of Shireen Aidel and Kareem Gamaluddin. And dear viewers, till we meet again, this is goodbye. Thank you so much.